Good morning. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. Let's straighten this thing up. Welcome. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Saturday the 21st of October here, and the time is 8:32 a.m. So this is our guidance. I'm going to pull some cards for Saturday, Sunday and Monday, so the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of October. So I trust this video finds you well, and I want to send out a big, extra special big welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Good morning. Hi Louise. Hi Kathleen. Hello everybody. Very excited. Welcome if you're new. Please let us know if this is the first video you've caught of mine. Hi Daniel. What I'm going to be doing is using my Oracle cards, and these are two cards that I created, two decks, Speed of Light Oracle cards and the Animal Kingdom, and I'll be looking for the best cards for Saturday, Sunday and Monday. I think I'm going to have one of those bad hair videos because the wind is a bit cold and it's actually a little bit breezy here today. I think I was a bit ambitious wanting to come outside, but anyway, or maybe I was ambitious to have short sleeves. Maybe that's what it is. So anyway, welcome. Take on board, please. Take on board what feels right and what resonates and what fits into your life easily, and let the rest go. So I'm looking for the best card for Saturday, the 21st of October for the majority of us. And the best card for Saturday is this here. It's the stag, the sad stag. This is interesting. It's card 49 and it's the stag. And we've got two stags in the deck, one in the Speed of Light and one in the Animal Kingdom Oracle. And this is the one I call the sad stag. He says lost, help, guide, path and discouraged. So this is coming up for Saturday, and it brings with it a feeling of feeling lost, helpless, discouraged, and like we're off path somehow, like something's gone wrong, we're off track, we've taken the wrong direction, we're going backwards, we're not on our path at all. And a lot of this is mental. It's like our mind makes or has us think or convinces us that something's wrong with our path and something's wrong with the direction that we're going. It can even make us think that we have lost our path and we've lost our way, and maybe we have lost our way. I don't think we can lose our path, because I really truly feel that our path can only ever be in one place, and that's under our feet. And it's our mind that makes us think that our path is way over there, or we're way off track and we're going backwards and things aren't supposed to be this way. So it's really important, if we're feeling this, especially around Saturday, to make sure that we're not, that we're seeing the situation realistically and from an honest and real perspective, and not letting our lower mind go on tangents of disconnection and discouragement. Maybe there's a reason that we feel lost or discouraged. Maybe we're not following our calling. Maybe we're not following our path. Maybe we're not being as much as we could be. Maybe we're being less than what we can be in life. So there is a sense of feeling lack of purpose, or lack of drive, or lack of connection with our path and our calling and purpose and meaning, all the things that make life, or a lot of things that make life worth living. So if you feel that something's going on with your path on Saturday, something's going on with your direction, your feeling of purpose, and you're feeling quite low about yourself and your path and where life has led you, where you've arrived on your life's journey and suddenly maybe not sure what to do next, then it would be really good perhaps to give this some thought and some assessment, especially on Saturday, to assess like realistically from like an observational perspective, a bigger picture perspective, to observe what is actually happening in our life at this time. internet issues, I think, especially in regard, so assessing and observing where we are, especially in regards to our life's path right now and the direction that we're going. If something in our life isn't working, let's stop ignoring it and start doing something about it. Let's try and be objective when we're looking at our life and our path and where we're at and how aligned or out of alignment we are with it. What is working, what isn't. Let's look at everything that we can think of in regards to our life's path, especially if you're feeling lost or discouraged. And from that information, we should be able to then figure out a way forward, figure out a solution. How can we resolve this? How can we fix this? How can we find an answer to this? How can we give ourselves more purpose and direction and meaning in our life? How can we find that for ourselves? I feel too that sometimes we wait for others to provide this for us, like our partner perhaps, or someone to present whatever is going to call us in life. But I really feel it's up to us to lead the way and find the way for ourselves. So even though this is the sad stag, I think this is also a very revealing card. It shows us that perhaps we're a bit out of balance in our life. Maybe something in our life isn't working. Maybe we're letting our lower mind go on tangents and take over and have us think that we're not where we're supposed to be, when perhaps we are where we're supposed to be. If we don't like where we are, then it's up to us to do something about changing that. So that's our guidance for Saturday. See how that fits for you. Now, Sunday, the 22nd of October, the best card for the majority of us is this. It's an Animal Kingdom. And it's this card, the Orca Whale. Now, speaking of purpose, we're still going with this theme. It's card 28, and it says living your purpose. So and purpose is very much about direction. It's very much about our life's path, which is very much aligned with the stag energy I've just been talking about. So if we can shift out of our head space that has us think we're off path and think we're off track, and we can get aligned with our life and our body and where we are on our path now, which is right under our feet, it really can't be anywhere else. Our path can only be under our feet. So if we can align with that, if we can clear our issues, get back on track mentally, physically, and onto our path, get aligned with that, then we'll probably find that we start feeling or finding a new sense of revived purpose, a reason for living. If there's no reason for living, especially if we're reasonably healthy, then what on earth is the point of being here? So if you feel like life is pointless, then this is probably also a big message for you, to find something to live for. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be just something small that you do. It could be something that you do each day, just cooking a nice meal or tending to things that you like to tend to. It could be starting a hobby, looking in the community for what does the community offer. I know here in Tasmania, at least, there are a lot of community things that are offered. There's bowls, there's art, there's choir, there's music, there's garden clubs, there's photography. There's so many different things in communities these days. So I don't know what it's like where you are, but there's really no reason not to get involved with something, even if we don't know if we'll stick with it, but something to live for, something to inspire us, something to wake up for each day and feel like we're alive. Otherwise, we're just twiddling our thumbs, passing by the days, wasting our time, really, this precious time that we have on earth. And I'm sure probably all of our loved ones and ancestors and friends who have passed would do anything to bring, or we would bring anything, do anything really to bring them back even for a day. So to me, I find that inspiring. Like, I imagine living my life on behalf of my loved ones in spirit and my ancestors who are no longer breathing and walking this earth right now. They've handed the baton over to me and to others if they feel that way. And I feel it's my responsibility to make the most of my life. I don't want to be wasting even a day, because a day is valuable and each day adds up and becomes our life. Before we know it, we're in our 50s, 60s, 70s, and if we're lucky enough to live longer, fortunate enough, if we're in reasonable health, then this is a gift, this gift of life. Let's try and find something to live for, something to give us purpose and meaning and a sense of life, a connection with life, and a realization that life runs through us. So someday, living our purpose and finding something to be excited about or to live for, some goal to set, some project to work on, something for us to live for in our life. So very much our theme for the weekend is life living, our life's path, direction. Okay, let's look for the best card for Monday, the 23rd of October. And Monday's best card is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle card. Good morning, everybody. It's Healed, card 34, and it says golden light wounds, blocks, and dissolve. So ultimately, or I guess primarily, the loudest thing in this card is about our physical body. And if your physical body's out of sorts, or you're dealing with some issue physically, an ailment or injury, or something that you're dealing with or recovering from or trying to manage, then this is supportive healing energy coming in for you, especially for Monday. So it might be time for some of us, maybe a lot of us, to really look after our body on Monday, and especially if it's out of sorts or not feeling fantastic. Maybe we need some time to recover from something as well. So let's see how we feel physically on Monday. But on an energetic level, this is support for our self-healing and releasing, resolving, clearing issues and things that have been holding us back. And because there is a theme around our life's path, direction, purpose, I would not be surprised if something stirs up over the weekend. We might not even be able to wait till Monday. But if it stirs up over the weekend and there's just this general vibe of healing and releasing, especially releasing the things that we're thinking, our lack of self-belief perhaps, or lack of confidence, this tendency we have perhaps to self-sabotage or to run away from things when they get too much. There might be these types of things that we are bobbing up to the surface for us to potentially release and let go, so that we can keep clearing and releasing our issues, so that we can continue to personally improve ourselves based on who we were the day before or who we used to be. So healed, dissolving wounds as well, letting go. So there are our cards for the next 3 days. Very much a theme here around purpose, direction, setting goals, working on projects, giving ourselves a reason to wake up in the morning. And if you don't feel that, perhaps consider what's in the way, what can you do, what can you consider, what lists can you make, what goals, what can you learn that can help give you something to wake up for in the mornings, and see how you go from there. So there are our cards. I'm going to pull a theme card in just a minute. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please interact. Please hit the thumbs up button. Show us some love if you're watching on Facebook. Please comment, please share if you're inspired to. And if you'd prefer to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So if you want to learn more about my cards, my pendants, earrings, artwork, supportive services, meditations, I've got events coming up, especially if you're in Tasmania. I've got my big studio opening on the 11th and 12th of November, which you're very welcome to attend. There's a clay play option if you want to purchase a little lump of clay and make something, anything that you want. I can fire it and have that available for you in a couple of weeks to follow. There's also a painting workshop coming up, and make a set of ceramic cups workshop coming up 25th, 26th of November. So there's a few things coming up here at my art studio which I'm opening. Also, once I do open my studio, and probably in January, I'm going to start doing things like Temple of Balance open days, and Spirit Guide drawing days where you'll be able to book a spot for a drawing here at my studio, and I'll probably take supportive services one-on-one in person, which I haven't been able to do for a very, very, very long time. So I'm very excited to open up all those kinds of things. So if you're ever in Tasmania, please get in touch if you want to connect, if you want a service or a connection with me, or you just want to visit, or if you want to experience some of Temple of Balance, because sometimes people do visit and they might be, say, coming next month. Give me a little bit of notice, because it's better if I'm trying to create something. I'm pretty much booked out a couple of weeks in advance. So if you're coming like a month or two down the track, or 5 months down the track, let me know, and I can create a Temple of Balance open day that coincides with when you'll be in Tasmania as well. So I'm happy to do that, providing it works for us both. Then let me know. But you can learn more about me and my work at Temple of Balance at templeofbalance.com.au. So our best theme card will help us see the bigger picture for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of October. So the best card for our theme for those days is, drum roll, this Speed of Light Oracle card. And it's this. Oh, this is nice. It's the butterfly card, card 6. So this is showing that generally, even though the sad stag came in, there's a heaviness. There might be quite a heaviness for some of us, especially if we're not feeling like life is worth living much right now. There is a general uplifting feeling that's coming through from this card. So this is card 6, the butterfly, and it says heart, opening, freedom, passion, and action. This is almost the opposite to the stag, the sad stag card. So this is our umbrella, our overarching theme for the weekend and Monday. And it brings an upliftment. There's a dreamy element to this card. There's little grounding. So this is like dreaming new dreams, running with ideas and inspirations, considering what used to inspire us perhaps in the past or when we were younger, and have we been wanting to get back to that again, but we haven't really had time? Can we make time? Can we figure out how to get started? So there's a dreamy element here, and this will probably pull us out of our lower headspace that's been maybe having us feel like we're off track or off course or off path, or that life's not really worth living right now. This uplifting energy, this dreamy energy, can help pull us out of that, back into alignment. But also there's an action element to this card, and it's not about, you know, continuing to wallow and twiddle our thumbs or watch TV and binge eat junk food all weekend feeling sorry for ourselves. That doesn't do anything. In fact, that just holds that sad stag, discouraged, lost energy in place. It holds it in play. And with all this information that's coming up, and if you're watching this and this resonates with you on some level, I'd be very surprised if that sad stag energy lasts very long, because it sort of feels like it could just be a feeling maybe we wake up on Saturday morning and feel, or we have on a Saturday afternoon, or maybe on the Friday evening, where we're suddenly just feeling like lost. And based on the information that's come up and this theme card, I feel like there's a lot of energy here that's prompting us to action, that's prompting us to stop feeling sorry for ourselves and stop wallowing in the muddy areas of our life, and start doing something, uplifting ourselves, finding a lifeline for ourselves, starting a project, getting a goal happening, learning something new. And it really is up to us. So there's an action element here, there is a dreamy element, there's a freedom feeling as well, freeing us from the chains of our past or the things that are holding us back at this time. There is freedom in the heart, and these wings, they're like sails on a yacht, and they catch the breeze of life, and we get carried away, carried forward. It's like the current of a river that takes us downstream or takes us forward into that flow, or through that flow and rhythm of our life. The wind element is the same. It wants to move us. Life continues, life changes, life cycles, life goes on. And if we're hovering in our wallowing or our lost, discouraged space, then we're not going with any of that flow, and we're basically stuck. So if you're stuck and you need to unstick yourself then consider what you can do moving forward. So what I would do is I would be really taking note of how I feel. If I felt stuck or lost or discouraged, I'd be looking at why. Why do I feel this way? What about my life isn't working? What am I not happy with in my life? And have I got reason for that? Can I justify that in reality, or am I just being ridiculous, which sometimes happens too? So I want to get a really good, clear idea of what's happening in my life, and then I want to do something about it. I want to make some changes. I want to spruce things up. I want to spring clean perhaps, or make a list of ideas or potential solutions to these problems. What am I interested in learning? What am I curious about? What can pull me out of my wallowing in my low space? They're the kind of actions I'd be thinking about if I felt that way, which I don't, because I've got lots of projects and lots of things and goals to focus on. But we'll see how things flow. So have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday for the next video. So please come back and connect. Have a fantastic weekend, and I trust this has resonated and supported you. Thank you. Namaste. And I think the sky is about to open up. Everything feels suddenly very heavy and like it's about to pour with rain. So I will vacate. See you next time. Bye.